So, Spotify is going to open up their platform and allow artists to directly upload their music to the service. What's this mean for you? What's up, guys? Brandon here from KDMR Music. If you're new to this channel, this is your first time here, we do videos all the time breaking down music marketing strategies, different music business strategies, and we break down music business news in videos just like this one. So if you're interested in that type of content, consider subscribing. So, about a week ago, Spotify announced that they're going to allow independent or unsigned artists to upload music directly to their platform. But what does this mean? Why does this matter? So, there's a couple of advantages here. Let's start with the obvious. From day one, it's going to be easier for artists to make money with their music. Right now, if you're an unsigned artist, and people that I talk to a lot of the times, who are in my coaching programs, they'll tell me they don't have money to spend on something like CD Baby, where they have to spend $50 to put out their album and things like that, right? So right now, supposedly the idea is, okay, well, just to get started, I'll put my music on something like a SoundCloud. So it's free, it's easy to share, and things like that. And then once people start buying things from me, then I'll invest and put my music into the stores and the distributors and the streaming sites. So Spotify is alleviating this because anyone with music and an internet connection can now upload their music directly to Spotify on day one without paying anything. So that is the huge advantage. It makes it a lot easier for you to put your music on a platform where you will get paid for it being there, assuming someone is actually listening to it. And that's where the disadvantage is, right? I mean, if everyone's going to be able to upload to Spotify now, there's going to be a lot more music there. It's going to be even harder for you to get people's attention with yours. So it's going to be super important that you have the right strategy and marketing behind your music so that other people will hear it and you won't just fall by the wayside or into the abyss of millions of other Spotify artists. This is also going to be cool because you're going to get some really good analytics using the Spotify for Artists dashboard. Now that's already available to all artists now, but it's still something that's going to be available to you because you're uploading your music through their platform. So you'll see what playlists you've been added to, what cities or locations people are listening to your music in, how often they're streaming. So it's going to be really helpful to help you plan out releases. Now, let's talk about the money. So Spotify is basically going to do direct 50-50 deals with the artists, which is basically what they do now with the labels. So good news is if you were using a label before, you're going to be getting a little bit more money than you would have gotten because the label's not taking a share out of it. If you were going through something like a CD Baby or DistroKid or even TuneCore, now they already have their own different pricing structures, and DistroKid, for example, doesn't take any royalties. So you really would be making about the same amount of money with the exception of your $30 or $10 or $20 annual fee with DistroKid. So honestly, the cost savings isn't much. And so that's why, for me, so far, I'm advising my clients that it really doesn't matter. If you already have a plan in place, you're already distributing your music through something like a DistroKid, which is very low cost, but allows you to upload as much music as you want. Not only is your music going to Spotify, but it's going to hundreds of other streaming sites all around the world. Obviously, Spotify is one of the biggest along with Apple Music, but it's not the only one. And to get your music into Apple Music or Amazon or Google Play or Deezer or Tidal, and the list goes on, you're going to have to use a digital service provider or an aggregator such as DistroKid, such as CD Baby, such as TuneCore. There are other services popping up. United Masters is one. Lander is offering distribution services. So there are a lot of companies offering the same service that will help you get your music into stores. But each one has their own pros and cons. So I think it is great that Spotify is opening their platform for independent artists to upload. I'm a little concerned to see what their customer service is going to be like, because one thing that Spotify is notorious for is when you upload a project through your streaming service provider, they'll almost always map it to the wrong name if you share the name with another band. And that is annoying. I've even seen that problem with like major artists where there's an independent artist that has the same name as them, and so I'm looking for the latest release from Rhapsody and it's some guy. It's not the rapper Rhapsody. So it's like, I don't know. I want to know how Spotify is going to deal with the inevitable complaints and customer service requests that are going to come their way, because there are definitely going to be some. And from that response, and after a couple of months of use, then we'll see how well this holds up, and we'll see if other streaming providers follow suit. Now, what this does tell me about Spotify is that they are still thinking about artists in a way that the other platforms are not. Spotify was the first streaming provider to give us really detailed analytics about who's listening to our music and when. Apple Music has just followed behind and now offers even more robust analytics than Spotify did. But the other services aren't doing that. And if they are, it's through third-party services. Now, again, that, in my opinion, is an advantage that the streaming or the digital service providers have. The DistroKids, TuneCore, CD Baby, because at least you can see all of your stats on one dashboard, and so you get a clearer picture of who's listening to your music on what service. But again, Spotify is doing all these things showing that they're forward thinking and they are thinking of artists in a favorable way. There are rumors that Spotify is going to be doing direct deals with artists, like direct licensing deals, and almost taking the place of a label. So I'll be interested to see what Spotify does, because they do have to do something that's going to help them stand apart from all the other streaming providers, since they're a publicly traded company and they haven't quite proven that they can be profitable yet. So perhaps being an artist-friendly company is what's going to set them apart and make them better than the rest. Time will tell. But I just want to talk to you guys about how that's going to affect you. So stay tuned. We'll talk about any updates that come from this situation. But it's going to be great. Right now, the direct upload feature is in beta, so not every artist has access to it. But as soon as it's rolled out, we'll let you know. Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel so that you stay updated on everything that we're doing. There are so many other ways for you to stay connected as well. You can join the Indie Club, which is our private networking group on Facebook. You can subscribe to our podcast, Music Business Streams, on Apple, on Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and everywhere you listen to podcasts. And of course, you can check out our blog and follow us on all social media at KDMR Music. So until next time, peace out, and I'll see you in another video very soon.